Hello everyone, thank you for coming. As I mentioned before in one of my introduction into my programming, I think it was the C++. Most of my project, I've already written it long time ago, and with the Visual Basic project, I think the last Visual Basic software I used was Visual Basic 6. So in order for me to use it, I have to upgrade it. So you find that most of my tutorials I won't be typing because I've already done that before. So what I'll do is I'll just talk over it, and explain what I'm trying to do. So this is how I upgrade my Visual Basic 6 projects into Visual Basic .NET 2003. Okay, so what I do is I go to start again. I go to File, Open, Project, and then what I do is go to the folder that I want to open. Select the file I want to open, add a solution, and it just says you are attempting to open a project and gives you the warning that the project is and cannot be opened unless you upgrade it. So if we click next and leave it as default and click next, and I'm going to try and put it into another folder right here. And I say open. If I click next, it's going to say that it doesn't exist. So I've got to give it another click. So I'm just going to create another folder and click next, and it just says can it create it. I say yes, and I click next, and I give it time to do its job. Sometimes I get errors of some of the stuff that I try to do. It doesn't quite do what I want. So then what I do is I try and do it my own way. Okay. Okay, so let's try to open it and see what we're trying to do here. So we've got a form, and then we've got a test okay, so what we've got here is a form, then we've got a test component, and then we've got bold and italic, and then we've got a button and a label. If we go into the property menu, like I mentioned before, I always try to always display try to name it the way whatever component it is, so I can see that this is a label component. Yeah, so what we do is we do a quick run, and then we go over what the code behind the project to see how to do it. So click on run, and what the label says, it says select the bold or italic check boxes to see their effects on the above test. So the above test says some sample test, and then if you click on bold, it changes into bold. If you click on italic, it changes into italic. If you untick it, it just shows the bold and the italic. And if we click on the command button close, then it closes. Okay, so for the command button, it says cmd close for the name of the property, and then it says for the test, it says end close there, so nothing much there. I'll come back to this operator. I'll try and take it off and see if it will and show you if it will work or not. There's a reason why it's there, I'm sure. And then we've got the check of the intellect. So for the name of the check of the intellect, CHK intellect. I always try to do it, but you can do it any how you want. And for the test, I've got an intellect there. And it's the same thing for the bold. For the test is n bold. For the test box is test display, and everything else is kept and for the test bit, I've got some sample tests in there, so that's it for the test. For the label, I've just got I haven't got anything for the test. LBL display. When the form loads, it display whatever is on the label. And checkbox example, I've got it for the form. It's FRM check. That's for the form, the name of the form. And for the test, I've just got checkbox example. Okay, let's double click into the form, and if we double click into the form, we got FRM check hyphen load. And for the form load, I've got LBL display dot test. That's the label dot test is equals to select the bold or italic checkbox to see their effect on the above test. Because if you want to write a whole long thing for the label, whole long string for the label, or test for the label, it's better for me. I choose to do it this way for the form load, so that I don't have to go through the property and write a whole lot of long tests for the thing. It's like here I have a control of my program, so it's easier for me really. We go back to the thing. We just want to know what the bold is doing. I'm sure it's doing it in the form. Okay, so for the check bold, I've got check bold hyphen check stick change. So basically, when we tick the box of the check box bold, this is what we want it to do. If checkboard dot check state is equal to system dot windows dot forms dot check state dot ticked. So basically, when it is ticked, then do this. The test display dot font is equals to VB6, because I wrote it from Visual Basic. Dot font change bold in brackets, text display dot font true. So I will change it into a bold, the font change bold, and then I'll set it to true. Else text display dot font is equals to VB6 blah 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 blah. I don't do anything really, and the if statement. And for the check italics, check stick change hyphen is check intellect dot check state is equals to if it is equals to system dot windows dot forms dot check state dot checked. So basically, if it is ticked, then in the test box above, dot font, change that font into intellect and put it into true. Else don't bother to change it into intellect and put it into. So I've got test display dot font is equals to VB6 dot font change intellect and test display font false, and if statement. Okay, and then for the command button, we just tell it to close. Sorry, I was looking for the command button, the code for it basically. For the command button, click when it's clicked, it would then just close the program. Okay, so let's go back and then run it again. Okay, so it changes into bold and then into italic. If I take the italic, it's bold. If I take the bold off, it just shows as italic. So I think I like it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it helps you somehow. And let's try and move on to the next program. So stay tuned, and please rate, comment, and subscribe if you like what I'm doing, and also so to let me know how I'm doing and if you need any further help. Thank you very much.